This guy was clearly on his first hunting trip, yet he unexpectedly stumbled upon a rare African lion. Instinctively, he shielded his younger brother behind him, expecting the lion to pounce and tear them both apart. Strangely, the lion merely circled them, testing the situation. Then the boy did something astonishing. He voluntarily lowered his rifle to show he meant no harm, and a miracle truly happened. The lion's ferocious gaze gradually softened, but just as a tacit understanding seemed to form. The one who fired the shot was the boy's father. His foolish act completely enraged the lion. The lion lunged at the boy like a mad beast, though the father fired with all his might to stop it. The boy was ultimately carried off by the lion. He knew his son likely had no chance of survival, but little did he know that the gears of fate were about to turn. Blood from the lion's wounds seeped into the boy's body. The fusion of their genes triggered an incredible reaction in an instant. The lion seemed to sense something as well. It dropped its prey and turned to leave. Fortunately, after a night of emergency treatment, the boy miraculously survived. But when he returned home, his father showed not a shred of compassion. Instead, he accused him of being too cowardly in the face of his prey. The Lion King's head mounted on the wall was his father's proof of what it truly meant to be strong. Only then did the boy realize that his father's twisted mindset was utterly devoid of humanity.
I should have killed you!
What's going on with you?
From that moment on, the boy lost all hope. That very night, he fled the sinful home without looking back. He made his way to his late mother's hometown, but as soon as he arrived, he discovered a terrifying sight. A massive herd of wildebeests was charging madly toward him. As one of Africa's most dangerous animals, wildebeests can reach speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour, covering nearly 17 meters per second, far faster than Usain Bolt. In the mere 0.2 seconds it takes to blink, they've already charged forward over 3 meters, so Craven had nowhere to hide. But unexpectedly, the herd didn't charge him. Instead, they actively veered around him as they approached. When he looked up, he realized it was the Bull King standing before him, protecting him. It was as if a telepathic connection existed between them. Soon, the herd scattered in all directions. Only after confirming the boy's safety did the old bull depart. It was then that Craven finally realized his body had been completely transformed by that accident. He could now hurl a spear over 100 meters with a casual throw, and his running speed rivaled that of a cheetah. His astonishing leaping ability was beyond imagination. A light touch of his toes could carry him across a 100-meter ravine. But just as he was savoring the joy of his newfound power, a gunshot shattered the silence once more. Craven nimbly scaled a large tree and witnessed the poachers slaughtering the wild buffalo herd. Rage ignited within Craven. He rushed to the scene. The horrific scene before him was heart-wrenching. What infuriated him most was that the buffalo's horn symbols of dignity had been cut off. Craven's rage reached its peak, but before he could react, the hunter and his son approached him. Guns drawn, they threatened Craven to get out of the way immediately. And this completely ignited Craven's ferocity. Facing these poachers, he showed not a shred of mercy. The two hunters were ultimately shot dead on the spot. It was at that very moment that Craven swore to seek justice for the animals that had been brutally slaughtered. 16 years have flown by in the blink of an eye. Craven has grown into a top-tier hunter. He always carries a death list in his pocket, methodically eliminating each target one by one. And today, the target he intends to execute is a notorious black market kingpin, disguised as a prisoner. Craven infiltrated the prison and quickly located the target cell. 2 bodyguards were present inside the room. Craven knew he had to finish the job before the guards arrived, so he slowly crouched down, pretending to admire a tiger skin. When his opponents let their guard down, he suddenly drew his tiger fangs and dispatched the 2 henchmen with lightning speed. The crime boss realized the situation was dire and tried to flee, but it was already too late. He then nimbly scrambled up to the ceiling, ripped through the iron bars, and escaped. Ultimately, relying on his agile reflexes, he dodged bullets and broke out of the prison, dashing all the way into the wilderness. But unexpectedly, a blizzard greeted him, causing Craven to lose his bearings instantly. To make matters worse, a tundra wolf blocked his path. Facing the wolf, Craven remained unusually calm. Instead of drawing his blade, Craven tried to use telepathy. The Wolf King, who had been preparing to attack, became docile. Guided by the wolf, he successfully found the plane. Having narrowly escaped death, Craven went home and slept it off.